Folks, we have This Monster Wants to Eat Me, aka Watatabe. We finished doing our reaction, which would be posted at this time on our Yap channel, which is in the description bar down below. But this is our music channel where we yap about music. And like I said, in the video that we did for Epic 7, I'm just like, yo, we opened up a whole new world to like gaming music. And I realized that we watch a whole lot of anime, and usually we
Yes.
just vibe with the opening themes as when they come along. But moving forward, for every anime that we watch, we're just gonna do an actual just first impressions reaction to the opening theme and ending theme as they go along for the season as well. So expect a lot more just anime opening and ending reactions on this channel as well, because it's a good segue for those people who are interested to check out these animes that we are reacting to, or just watching in general. So
Yeah. And
yep.
if you end up liking this, you'll honestly, please go check out our Yap channel.
Yes.
We do the same thing there, except for it's a whole episode of a show or a
Yeah.
movie, and then we yap about it right after. Just like with our perspectives on music and how it makes us feel and our grades for them, we do the same thing for the other medias that we love: video games, comic book media, anime,
Mhm.
animation, live action. It's all on that channel. So
Yep.
yeah, I think you guys should definitely check it out.
Yep. So I guess with that said, let's jump into This Monster Wants to Eat Me's opening theme. Let's see here. Okay. We figured it was gonna fit the overall
Yeah.
theme of what the series is about. Karakawa, they love these. Damn. Candy apples.
Oh man, straight. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I wasn't expecting that in terms of the beat change up. Oh, she got scars on her. Damn. Okay, hold on. We gotta rewind some things, but before, all right. So let's talk about, I guess, before we go back to anything, let's talk about just our initial thoughts on the opening. You want to start off?
Well, uh, just the opening notes,
Mm-hmm.
musically and lyrically, and the performer herself or themselves.
Yeah.
I got chills.
Yeah.
We did just watch the episode, so I was expecting
Mm-hmm.
that. And it's quite a dramatic first episode. We also
Yeah.
watched the trailers and talked about what our thoughts of
Mm-hmm.
what the series might actually turn out to be, and we just expand on that in our episode 1 discussion. And the opening is very still in line with that. I think the animation for the opening is great.
Yeah.
Um, it conveys perfectly what we saw in the first episode.
Yeah.
And I feel like it does um highlight our thoughts, right? There I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but
Mm-hmm.
we talked about themes of disassociation, of depression, of loss and grief, um, of having tethers
Mm-hmm.
to the world that you're trying to survive in, even if you don't necessarily want to anymore. And you get a lot of that illustrated. You pause it right here where our main character, our blonde, with the dead eyes, is Hinako.
Yeah.
Our long-haired character, that's Shiori, and then the redhead character
Miko.
is Miko. And Miko is Hinako's best friend, and Shiori in the first episode comes into her life very suddenly. And obviously two characters with different intentions on our main character, but I feel maybe eventually in the show it's all going to be the same intention. But them just slightly like holding on to her with Shiori with this simple touch on the shoulder and Miko holding on to her hand, it's
Mm-hmm.
to keep her tethered to the world, keep her tethered to life, to just give her little signs of um we're here. Even though
Yeah.
you are half drowning, we are here. And even through knowing that there is that connection there, Hinako's still crying because the burden of emotion is still so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and as we see through the opening, it's pretty obvious something happens to her family, and the memories of that, and how much that weighs, the scars that we carry physically and mentally. I think it illustrates that really well. And I know like these aren't these aren't chrysanthemums, are they? Forget what type of flower this is, but I know that the name of it, the correct name of it, um, is a type of flower that does have very uh queer connotations to it, and I could be wrong, so don't, quote me on that. But yeah, I think it also illustrates what our three main characters, that they're also just, hey, they're also going through stuff too, right? They're drowning in their own ways, or there's reflect the theme of water does reflect in these characters in one way or another, not just our main character Hinako. I give the opening animation a 10 out of 10. I really liked how it was done, especially when we get to the ending part here with
Yeah.
the solo shots with the different backgrounds. I think this is so lovely. Um, and the depiction of like just I love when openings give you little hints.
Yeah.
We just finished the summer Hikaru died, and just to we went back and
Yeah.
when we watched the opening for the last episode and the ending, it's like, oh,
Things were
all
there.
the
Yep.
things were there, all the things were there. I thought the song was very lovely, so I give the song like a 9 out of 10. It's making me very sad, so that's probably why I'm not giving it a higher rating, but
Mm-hmm.
the opening notes and the the beat change, the melody change, I thought was very nice too. And these are what usually a minute
A
and a half
minute
of,
and 30
yeah.
seconds. Yeah.
So
From the full
I'm sure
song.
the
Yeah.
song is like much more. Hopefully, it's longer and way more gut wrenching and impactful. And I think the tone of voice for our singer carries the tone of the anime, or at
Yeah.
least the first episode that we saw. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in agreement. So I'm about at a 9. I got goosebumps when we were going through the portion where it was. Let me see. I think this was it. Me unmute it. When yeah, this is about the yeah, especially when we saw her scar. I was just like, oh
Mhm.
wait, all right, she has scars here. Which was something that when we were talking about in the episode. Obviously, we skipped the opening, so we could just cover it for a different video. So I'm kind of glad we did, because
Mhm.
yeah, kind of glad we just saw it in this itself. Obviously there are spoilers that we don't know of within it, and we don't know the context of that. We eventually will get context in. I didn't know how much Miko would be shown in the opening.
Mm.
I think that's kind of like one of my bigger surprises for watching it, seeing how integral she is to the overall story, instead of being a person that's going to be treated like, I mean, even if she was like a third wheel in this, it's more so seeing how much of the opening she did occupy. Obviously, Hinako is the main focus of it, but there are polar, like, it seems like there's polar opposites pulling. Miko's hair color presents fire, burning of
Mhm.
life, whereas Shiori um represents blue, drowning of life in a way.
Mhm.
And you have a person, and I mean the premise of the story, if you jump into it, it's about this monster wants to eat me. Shiori is the monster, right? That's
Mhm.
pretty much the premise of the story. So there's not really any like spoilers about that. but it's the main context of, you know, the main character and what they're going through, right? What we were describing beforehand. So it's like seeing the opening and then in relating it to what can possibly be for the future of these characters, where one is bringing one's trying to have Hinako cling to life, the other one's just like, well, I'm going to be the end of your life. You know, it's like that way. It would be kind of crazy if there's a twist where it becomes the opposite. I doubt that would be thing. I mean, it would be a very interesting twist if, you know, Miko becomes the person that wants to put the fire out of her life, that wants to go along with what Hinako wants to do, and Shiori becomes a person that wants to bring her out from the drowning pool.
Mhm.
You know, because the fact of Miko like being just as depressed in this opening too, with the like the type of flowers that were surrounding her as well. Because I know those flowers are is very carry a very depressing meaning. So like a lot of the imagery that was being shown in the opening I really do enjoy. I'm pretty sure when we get the full version for the song to come out that it's going to be a sad banger. One of those
Mhm.
things, right? But yeah, I would definitely say that this is yeah, 9 to, I mean, we'll have to see the full song to see if it's going to
Mhm.
be a 10, but for right now the snippet that we got, definitely enjoying it. Yeah, yeah, I guess it's time to turn our attention to the ending theme,
Mhm.
to see how that is going to be sounding. Now, the ending theme for what I just also checked out is also sung by our main character Hinako. So that's pretty interesting. There's oftentimes we get that a lot too, where the main character is also going to be singing like their own opening or ending theme. And ending theme.
私の日々はというと変わり映えのない日々を過ごしてます。変
Okay.
わってしまったあの日から。
Hmm.
私の日々はというと心はこんなにもひどく思いや
A
り
lot of Miko and a lot of Hinako.
ほのかに香る方へ誘われてゆくみたいな、
Hmm.
そんな日々でした。突然の夏風に白い花が揺れた、
Hmm.
ぬくろみたいな心に触れた、その瞳で見つめ
Our
て
first actual image of Shiori in the ending.
背景私へ抱えたままだった痛みは
Yeah, I forgot what these flowers are called.
行くのかな、
I think they're lilies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, that would make sense. The name of the song is Lily. Oh man. Yeah, right. Yeah, the name of the song is Lily. Yep, Lily. Yep, yep. And they even say at the end.
So there's a lot of flower language in the opening and in the ending.
Yeah.
So we would have to like sleuth and take the time to see what the meaning of each flower presented in the opening and the ending mean and what it could possibly mean for the characters and the overall story itself, which I appreciate. I appreciate when you take a different language,
Yeah.
um and I don't mean just verbal, it's an imagery language. Um and a meaningful one at that, and apply it to the themes and arcs of a different medium, a
Oh,
different language. So we're getting the go ahead.
no, no, no. I'll say it after.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I like that a lot. The ending I probably give like an 8 animation. It's very just still imaging, with
Hmm.
a couple like animated layovers, which I thought were very lovely. Um, and it's showcasing the difference in relationships between with Hinako and Miko, and Hinako and Shiori, and where we're gonna go with that as the season progresses,
Mhm.
and then just the three of them being together at the end. But the body language is also very telling. Miko is clinging on to Hinako, and Shiori's offering her a hand, like
Yeah.
taking her hand. So, you know, very, very much of the vibe that we get from those two characters in the first episode, right?
Yeah.
Something a little bit more consuming with Miko's like protective with Miko's hold on Miko's hold on Hinata and Hinako, sorry. Wait, I'm
Yeah.
getting the names all yeah,
So
okay.
Shiori, yeah,
Hinako.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And Shiori um who offers her a way out, so to speak, at in the first episode. So it's I'm taking your hand and
Yeah.
I'm leading you here. I will say, uh, the colors for the opening and the ending are very warm, but I think it's very important to note that they're walking along the beach in their I think Miko's wearing regular clothes.
Yeah.
And it's either the sunset or a sunrise. And it's that warm sunlight glow on all three of them. And just if you look at their faces and we figure we've gotten to know their characters a little bit. It's all very artfully done in my opinion. Yeah, I think the song is very hopeful in its musicality
Yeah.
and in the way it's sung. Now, are the lyrics like that? Who knows? It could just be one of those
Yeah.
like the
We
beat
don't
is
have
very uplifting, but that
the
doesn't mean the
lyrics just
lyrics
yet.
are.
Yeah.
Um, and I thought the song was quite nice. So I think like for the song itself, like I'm at a 7 as well.
Okay.
Or whatever score I gave the ending. I think it was an 8 or a 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me they're both the same, yeah.
Okay. All right. So to answer some questions that we initially had,
Mhm.
what I did was take a screenshot of the flowers and literally see exactly what flowers we got. So white
Mhm.
lilies, yes, that's what we have right now. And the minute that that it was lilies, and I was like, oh wait, yeah, in Japan or just in funerals in general, white lilies are always usually given. So, and white lilies also carry the general meaning of purity and innocence. There's also, well, lilies in general is purity and innocence, rebirth and renewal, and then motherhood. They're like linked to maternal love, right? But white lilies carry the purity, virtue, renewal, and sympathy. Very common at funerals, right? And there's also like different cultural or religious symbolism. The Madonna lily symbolizes the Virgin Mary, chastity, and divine motherhood. Well, our main character, has lost her family, so these are things that she doesn't have, but she's still a pure soul. At least that's what they're trying to illustrate as well, like through the song Lily. Plus, she is singing the ending theme, which
Mhm.
I, when I just learned that, I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. And this might be a story of rebirth for her. Throughout the entirety of the series. However, um, that's why this monster wants to eat me. And the premise of it might not just be all right. Well, she's here to actually kill you, but kill the emotions
Mhm.
that of negativity slash of the drowning emotions. That's what if there's going to be some type of symbolism, that's where I would see where the story
Mhm.
might head in, and that would serve Shiori's purpose in the story, especially with how she appears and how she's one of the only other people our main character sees in the world. Then going to the other flowers that we get, so we have the flowers. So relating it back to in the opening theme now that we have more, I have the context for us.
Mhm.
We have these flowers here. Um, let's start with this. So these are cherry blossoms, right?
Mhm.
And sakura cherry blossoms of that. They represent beauty and transient of life. Uh, they also represent renewal and spring, hope and optimism. And mono no are, which is a Japanese concept meaning the bittersweet awareness of impermanence.
Mhm.
Basically, cherry blossoms represent beauty, renewal, and the fleeting nature of life. And being that she's just come to Hinako at this point in time, Shiori, You can see the meaning in that. Then we have these flowers here, which are morning glories,
Mhm.
which are represent love in vain and unrequited love,
Mm.
right? Then you have mortality and the ephemeral. Since morning glories bloom in the morning and fade by evening, they symbolize the shortness of life and beauty's transience. Um, and because they also recognized as unrequited love and love in vain, some traditions they represent fleeting or unfulfilled love. They also represent renewal and tenacity because they grow quickly and climb strongly. They also symbolize determination and resilience and affection. So in Victorian uh, florography, they also could mean affection and bonds of love. Morning glories embody ephemeral beauty, fleeting love, and resilience. So, having Miko being the character who literally that just screams third wheel now.
Mhm.
That a love that isn't gonna get through, possibly through Hanako, which is gonna require you might also say might require Shiori
Mhm.
to be the barrier that breaks it, and that might be a breaking point for her character. And so now when you think about the white lilies, especially because the white lilies are common at funerals, this is what I'm thinking, like, more meaning behind the song. But the final one is related to the character, of course, and Hinako. So this is her flowers here, and her flowers is called um hydrangeas.
Hydrangeas.
Hydrangeas. Okay, yeah. And they look purple or violet, which are known for
Mhm.
their cluster rounded bloom made up of small four petals flowers, right? And the symbolism for this is gratitude and understanding, often given to show appreciation, mystery and deep emotion. The purple variety especially symbolizes mystery, abundance, and a deep understanding between people, apology and regret. In some traditions, the hydrangeas can also symbolize heartfelt apologies, and then prosperity and harmony. Their lush, full blooms represent abundance and harmony in relationships. And then basically, purple hydrangeas usually represent gratitude, grace, and deep emotional bonds. And of course, if you think about those bonds to her family that she's lost, but also to her friends that she's now also, the only people that she sees in the world outside of her aunt.
Mhm.
Um, so now that with those definitions and further ingrading, so I think I'm even more solid for the opening as a 9. But I would probably put the ending now as an 8. I think overall song wise as well. Because the emotions slash that they're singing, well, that she's singing, plus the just the overall concept of the white lilies, being that the sea is her grave,
Mhm.
a funeral, a burial at sea, like so to speak. And the imagery of having Miko there in the very beginning, is kind of crazy, especially given the flower context now that we know for Miko, and how she's there in the very opening, but then Miko fades away
Mhm.
from the ending theme itself, and it's more so just there to showcase Shiori, because like we're starting off with a lot of Miko, and I was like, oh yeah, well, it's a lot of Miko, and then she like you see how bright and blue everything is. And this is like the resilience that Miko's character most likely is going to embody, and then everything just gets darker and darker, and the only person really there during the darkness for her right now is Shiori. So when I see that and I don't see Miko,
Mhm.
I see like a lot of things that can happen, and I'm thinking about the symbolism of it. I'm like I'm liking. I think the song I'm at an 8. I think of the music video I'm gonna be at a 9. I said well music video, but I think
The
the ending
ending.
theme I'm gonna be at a 9 because I'm liking the possible themes for that. Noticing that yeah, damn, Miko is nowhere to be found at the end. Um, but she was there at the beginning, and
Mhm.
the person that's going to possibly be the one to bring her out of this darkness is going to be the person that lives in darkness themselves,
Mhm.
as a monster, as a yokai, as a mermaid. And if we think about like mermaid like symbolism, let me see, double check mermaid symbolism. So mermaids usually carry let's see, like a beauty there, it's like they blend beauty, danger, and mystery, which we have a mystery that's going to be going on with
Mm-hmm.
this, right? But the other thing, it's like freedom, independence. I'm trying to see if there's anything for in Japan. So there we go. In Japan, for mermaids, um eating a mermaid's flesh grants immortality, but catching one can bring storms and misfortune.
Mm-hmm.
So whether or not um Inako like has interactions with say Shiori in the series, that involves eating, like right now it's this monster wants to eat me, but it could be flipped on its head in the future that, you know, Hinako is gonna like say devour Shiori, and it's like whose emotions is gonna win out more so. So I mean, I would like for the series, like, you know, to dive in some to more of those things, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
now that we've seen the ending, that's more so what I'm thinking, or what hope for. But you know, like I said, all of this is all always open to interpretations.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I'm at a 9 with the music or with the ending theme, for the animation and the imagery, and about an 8 with the song itself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. 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 But
Yeah.
folks, yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to join us over on the other channel to watch the season with us or our Patreon, yeah, that'd be really cool of you.
Yep.
We
Yep.
do, like I said at the beginning of this video, we do video games, we do movies, we do live action, we do anime, and if you like what we do here, where we yap about music and yap about music videos, I think you'd really enjoy our other channel too. So,
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
Oh man. Well, that's it, folks. We'll catch you guys for the next Yap session. Stay tuned.